what you're believing in. If you're believing that judgment, you lose. And we're going to go over that in the third step when we talk about questioning our thoughts, right? So letting go of that judgment is number one. 2, acceptance. We need to become accepting of what is. If we want things to be different than what they are, we lose. If I want my hair to look different, or if I want to have more money in the bank than what I have, of course I'm going to be depressed. Of course I'm going to be sad, because I'm not accepting my reality. I'm not accepting the money I have in the bank. I'm not accepting the way that I look. And that is depressing. So what we can do is just accept, okay, I have the money in the bank that I have. And how do I know it's perfect? It's because it's what I have. And I know that I'm supposed to have brown hair, and I know that I'm supposed to look like this because this is the way I look. And when we start to have that acceptance of reality, of what it is in the moment, the situation, your spouse, your job, everything the way that it is laid out. That car accident had to happen in that moment. Yes, you had to be in that line for longer than you wanted. You begin to have freedom. You get a one-way ticket to heaven in that moment, and you have freedom because you're not wishing things will be different. And when we wish things to be different, again, we lose. It's a war on ourselves. It doesn't mean that you become complacent. It doesn't mean you're going to say, oh, Maria, well, then I'm just not going to do anything. No, it's not that. That's what the ego says. You don't become complacent. You come back to your sanity. When you accept things from what they are, you start to come back to God. You start to come back to your true nature. And then from there, you get to make the decisions. From there, you get to take action. From there, you start to live more in your truth. And then you start to talk differently. You start to ask things differently, not from a victimized point of view. So you are going to probably take action, but you're not going to be judgmental before that. You're going to question it, which is where we're getting to at now. So one of the key things, the reason why we suffer, and the Course teaches us this, because the Course says that the cause of your suffering is within your mind and the effect is out there. So what we need to do is get to the cause of the issue. And what is the cause? Your beliefs. What is the cause? What you're making it mean. What's the cause? Is the story in your mind. The problem is not in Pepito, Juanito, and anybody, I say that in Spanish, anybody outside of yourself. The problem is the story, what you're thinking and believing about them. So when you begin to get your head straight, when you begin to see that it is just a belief, that it's not the truth, you begin to wake up. And you do that by connecting more to your inner wisdom. Course in Miracles teaches us to have an epic relationship with the Holy Spirit. And that's what we need to begin to have, to start to come back to that voice of reason. I always say the power to heal is within you. It's within your mind, it's within your heart. There's so much more than this body, there's so much more than this. There's this inner wisdom that knows exactly that guidance within you. So you need to begin to get everything on paper, my friends. I'm going to go over that with a second because we're going to do a practice. I'm going to give you a practice free of charge after this free video of where you're going to be able to do this practice. But you want to start to have a deep connection with Spirit. Start to trust more your inner wisdom. Start to understand that the power to heal is within you. I can't say it enough. Of where you begin to question with Spirit. And this is one of my favorite exercises is, where am I? Love. Where am I in the mind of love? What am I making real? Oh, wow, I'm making real that I don't have enough money in the bank. Then I ask Spirit, what is really real here? And I receive the information. Oh, sweetheart, you have the money you have. And the money you have is exactly perfect. And guess what? The money doesn't define you. Love defines you. God defines you. And the money can give you anything that you don't already have. And what's important is that love, is that peace, is that joy, not the money. And the money is not bad either, but just know that it doesn't define you, that it's not who you are. This is how it works, my friends.